right, we're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm excited for today's topic. This one's going to be fun. Okay. So today's going to be fun. We're going to be talking about giving it away. It's going to be, woo, we're going to have some fun. Because this is a topic that I find that a lot of people just don't take the time to understand the consequences of what's going on. So let me just tell you, for those of you that are joining in, I'm Kimberly Borgens, for those of you who don't know me, and welcome to the Hive Society here. Today we're going to be discussing discounting your prices. Stop giving it all away. What that means is we're going to talk about, as a service-based business, so often women have a tendency to just, discount their prices, give it away, and we're going to talk about that today. So, we're just, who's ready to play with me? I know that it can be a lot of fun, starting a business and having a service-based business. And what happens sometimes is that we get so excited about our pricing, and we get so excited about, just getting that first client or getting the right now client because we need some new clients. We got a new expense coming in, and we just need to, get some new clients in, make some extra money, things like that. And so what happens quite often is we have a tendency to decide that we're just going to discount our prices, or we're going to give it away. So who are people that most often, want you to discount prices or give it away? Anybody want to share with me? Share with me their ideas, their thoughts on that. Good morning, Stephanie. Glad you could join us this morning. So the people who have a tendency of asking you for discounts are your friends, your family members. It could be somebody you just met, right? And those are the people that are typically asking for the discounts, right? And the reason is because I'm just going to say it, they know the other side of you. Right? Look, we all have the business side, and we have the personal side, and we have the side where we've gotten things really great in life, and then we've gotten, we've made mistakes along the way, right? The most needy clients. Yes, that's another one, right? The most needy clients. And what happens with our personal relationships, our friends, our family, is they know that we've made mistakes, right? They know that we've made mistakes along the way. So they're like, yeah, Kimberly, I know that you're good, but you want to give me a discount because I know the rest about you. Now, they're not saying that to you, but that's kind of what's going on, is the people who are asking for discounts are people who know the side of you that isn't perfect, the side of you that has made mistakes, that has fallen on your face, that, so they're looking at both sides of you, right? And wanting a discount. So, think about it from that perspective. If people are wanting a discount from you, they're wanting a discount because they want to be frugal. Some people just really love the thrill of trying to get a discount. And some of those people are those needy clients, those friends, those family that know both sides of your mistakes and your wins, and they want to get discounts from you. Well, there's some challenges when it comes to being a business, a service-based business. There's some challenges that go along with discounting your prices. So I wanted to go over some of those things today. I wanted to give you some solutions today and see if we can help you get out of discounting yourself, because, women have a tendency to do this way more than men. Right? Women, we just have a tendency to say, yeah, we're going to discount these prices. Oh, you want a discount? Okay, fine. At least I get some money, right? But that's not really serving you, and it's not serving your business, right? So the first thing that I'm going to talk about with this is why you want to stop giving it away. and discounting your prices is because you're devaluing your expertise and your experience. Look, most of you, you have experience, you have knowledge, you have skills, you have an expertise that you are doing in your business. And the thing is that if you discount your prices because you're needy or you're in scarcity right now, then what that does is it really puts your experience, your knowledge, everything that you have worked on hard throughout the years, and you're devaluing it. And you're saying, I'm just not worth it today. Or this service is not worth it. And that's not serving anybody. It's not serving you. It's not serving them. When you discounted somebody's services, it's like, then when they start asking for some extra stuff, then you're like, I already gave you discounts, just need to be quiet. Like, I don't want to hear any more from you. And that's what you're saying with your inside voice, right? You might not be saying that with your outside voice, but your inside voice, you're like, I already gave you, credits. I already gave you a discount. And the reality is that you're just devaluing yourself. You're just saying, you know what? It's not worth it. And I'm going to tell you today, it is worth it. And stop devaluing yourself. Okay. So the second reason why you might discount your prices or give it away is why you want to stop doing that is because you're raising the bar, the expectation bar. You want to make sure that down the line, it's not hard to raise your prices. It's really hard if you give somebody a discount. Let's say, okay, Kimberly, I'll give it to you for half price, 50% off. And then when it comes time to renew, do you think they're going to renew at the full price? Yeah, not likely. It's not going to happen. Okay. Like, it just isn't. And so I really want you to pay attention to that, because it's harder to raise your prices when you start out at too low of a price. And it's not serving you and it's not serving them for you to devalue what your expertise and your skill set, right? Your experience, you don't want to devalue it. Okay. So, think about that for yourself, is like, what is it that you really want to create in your business? What is it that you really want to do that's going to really create a sustainable, long-term, successful business? And discounting your prices or giving it away is not it. I've had clients say, I just can't, I want to help people more. I just want to really be of service to people. So it's okay if my prices are low. Okay, great. So there's a couple of thoughts around that one. Number one, you can make a difference and still get paid, because if you're discounting it for them, you're also discounting for you what you need for you to live. You're discounting for you what you need to create a retirement for yourself as an entrepreneur, because nobody else is creating your retirement. Okay. Think about that, is that for every client that you have, you want to make sure that you're setting yourself up to be successful down the line too. And if you're discounting because you want to help them and be of service to them, how are you being of service to you and making sure you're taken care of in the long term? It has to be a win-win. It has to be. I just got a thank you from a gal this week. She said, she and I had, a one-to-one where we sat down and just had coffee together, and we're just kind of visiting and talking about business. And she was telling me a little bit about her business structure. And when I was talking to her, I said, well, how are you making money? And she said, well, I'm not really making money. I'm like, well, that doesn't work. That's a hobby. Right? I'm like, that doesn't work. You're not winning. Like, you have to win just as much as your clients are winning. And if you're not, that's a problem. It's a problem for you to have long-term sustainable business. So she and I had this conversation, a few months back. And this week she said, I really have to thank Kimberly because, I listened to her. She gave me some suggestions. She said to me, I'm not winning. And she was right. And so I went back, and now I charge a membership for my services instead of just giving it away. And she's been able to do some other amazing things for her group of people, her tribe and community. So, it's about making sure that you win just as much as they win. And yeah, you want to be of service, and that's awesome. I want to be of service too. I'm doing these live trainings to be of service, right? But I'm not necessarily going to discount my prices or give it away just so I can make somebody else feel better. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. So the next thing that I wanted is to tell you a little bit about some solutions. When you have that mindset, or you feel like you want to just give it away, or you feel like, like you could discount it, how about if we come up with some different solutions? All right. So let me tell you one for me. When I first started in my coaching business, I would, for every paid client, I would do a pro bono client of somebody who has been raped, sexually assaulted, or has experienced domestic violence. So I would connect with people. I was involved more in that arena years ago, not as much now, but I still, if somebody called me up, I still probably would do something like that. But for every paid client, did you hear me? Every paid full price client, okay, then I would do a pro bono. Well, then things got busy, and it went on. And then I discovered that I just needed to adjust that. So then it went to, for every 3 paid clients, I would do a full pro bono client, right? So there's different ways that you can do it. You want to give it away to the right person, making sure that your business is still being sustained by the money that's coming in. Okay. So that's one way. One solution is you can, give it away when you already have a full paying client, right? So another way to do that is, you can have the same price. Don't deduct your pricing. If somebody wants a discount, then add more value. Give them something else, whether it's an ebook that you have, whether it's a video, a webinar that you've done before that has great value. You can add an extra, session onto your coaching sessions, right? You can give them a little bit more time, or you can give them office hours, right? Where it doesn't cost you any more expenses, just a little bit more of your time maybe, or a little bit more of what you already have in your back pocket, right? So don't discount your prices, add more value to the current price that you're asking for. You see how that is different than just giving it away or just discounting, right? You keep the same money that you need each month, right? And then, yeah, Stephanie, I agree with you too, 100%. That it has to be, you've got to get paid for your services. So it's better just to add more value. Look, you and I both know you have more value, okay? You have stuff in your back pocket that you haven't put out yet. You can add it to it, all right? I've talked about another solution is that you could, keep your same prices and, give, like I said, give them more time. So I say the fastest way to get a raise when you're in a service-based business is to deduct your time. So with coaching clients, for example, I know when I first started coaching and I went through my accreditation, and I did my certifications, and I did all of those things, and, to become the best coach out there, and this is over 20 years ago, I'll have you know, right, is that you wanted to make sure that, you spend an hour with the client. We would do an hour call every single week. Well, for what I realized is if you haven't figured it out by now, I'm just, get to the point, straight cut, let's just do it, let's get into action kind of person. Because I just find that when I'm working with clients is I want them to get into action just as fast. So I said, like, this hour call is a waste of time. So I work with my client and say, look, you got an hour, 30 minutes of that you're going to be on with me. The next 30 minutes is you're going to be getting into action, right? So it was only 30 minutes of my time. It was the same price, but they had blocked away that second 30 minutes to take action on stuff from our call. Does that make sense? I got a raise, they got stuff done. Right? So instead of discounting it, find a way to work around it, right? Another way is, like I already said, for every paid client is do a pro bono. Or how about somebody wants a discount? Hey, no problem. Bring a friend. You bring a friend, I'll give you 50% off, or give your friend a 50% off. Okay. Like bring a friend. Now you have two people that you're working with, and those two people could give referrals for later down the line. Right. Now, I'm not saying do that all the time, but you can do the bring a friend price. It's full price unless you bring a friend in. So those are some solutions to, instead of just discounting or giving it away, come up with a solution that you can add more value, that you, for every paid, you can do a pro bono in a certain area that works for you, or bring a friend 50% off, right? There might be some times to discount, right? There might be some times that you want to give discounts. And one of those times might be that, you know, let's just say you're discontinuing a product service, right? You're getting rid of a video, a webinar series, you're finishing out your old books, and you're getting ready to do some renew, you know, update your book. So you're going to give it away. You're going to discount it for one last time, one last chance to get it. That's when you want to give a discount, right? You're discounting a product because you're working your way out, right? It's the last chance to get it. And it might be like for me, I'll say, look, in December, for example, I will go out to past clients and say, hey, get booked up into coaching sessions, get back into, you know, let's do 8 weeks at this year's price, because January 1st, I always raise my prices, always. So in December, I'm saying, I can grandfather you into these prices into the next year. I'll get people who say, Kimberly, I want 16 weeks. But I want 8 weeks now, and I want 8 weeks in 6 months in. I'm like, okay, but they've prepaid me for that. You see what I'm saying? They'll get that price because they paid in full at the end of the year. Another time that you could discount your prices is when you're doing an introductory offer. The first time you ever are doing this, and most often in a group format, right? That's a great time. Or maybe you're doing a beta testing. You're testing to see if it's a good system for everybody. And that would be a great time for you to, you know, really get into discounting that introductory price, or, you know, doing a beta test. And then the third way is that you discount is when somebody pays in full. There's always a paid in full value. So what I would say, you know, for my clients as an example, let's just say they want to do 8 weeks of coaching with me, right? And so it's, you know, $1,600 for 8 weeks, right? And so I might say, with, you know, as an example, right? I might say it's $1,600, but if you pay in full, I'll give it to you for $1,400, right? Or I give it to you for $1,300. So you save $300, right? If you pay in full today, right? Then you're getting the money now, it's yours in your hand, bonus, right? So there, you can do a paid in full offer as well. Okay. Those would be the only times that I would say to discount your prices, because your value, your experience, your knowledge, your expertise, all of that is worthy of full prices. Now, we can talk about pricing your products and services. That's a whole different topic. Okay. But when you have your prices and services there, then use those, take those on, make sure that you're sticking to them, right? Don't discount them. You know, think about it here is, do you want to be known for a business that is known for giving it away all the time? Like I could go, oh, my friend, and since Stephanie's on here and I'm loving all her comments today, I'm just going to say, you know, Stephanie calls me up and she's like, Kimberly, you know, I've heard that, you know, you will give a discount for, you know, women in business. You know, can I work with you and not get paid that price? And if I'm known for discounts, guess what? I'm going to go, yeah, okay, I'll give it to you for that price because I gave it to Sue for that price too. And you know, Sue, and Sue told you this, and you see how you go down this little course, right? If you're known for being the discount queen, that works great. If you're doing coupons for your groceries, it doesn't work great if you're a service-based business, right? It could be end of year specials. You could do, you know, have a holiday discount, you know, one time off, but don't on a regular basis give away your products and your services. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve your business. So stop giving it away. Stop trying to act like you're the nice guy, okay? Because you're not. You're not the nice guy. You're a real businesswoman who wants to have real business services, real business income, real business results. And if you're giving it away and if you're discounting it, then you're taking away from those real expenses, those real solutions, those real, experiences of your knowledge and expertise in your business. It doesn't mean that you're not going to give them all of who you are. It just means that you're devaluing it. And that's not what I want for you. It really isn't. As women, we have this innate center in our core that we have to be nurturing and we have to do what's right for everybody and, things like that. And the truth is you have to remember to do what's right for you too. So I'm just coming back to this is to wrap this up is, don't give it away. Stop devaluing your expertise and your experience, right? It's hard to raise your prices later if you are always giving them away. And, it doesn't serve your time, your energy, your experience, your knowledge. It doesn't serve any of that by giving it away. And you don't get to prepare for your future. By giving it away, you're not preparing for your future. You're not setting yourself up to win in the end. It just is not in your best interest. So I hope my solutions, my ideas, my thoughts on this topic were helpful to you. Same price, give them something else of value. Do a pro bono for every paid or every third paid, right? Bring a friend, 50% off. Those are just some ideas. And, put yourself first, make sure you're winning in your business. And then you can find ways to add more value to your customer service experience. All right. Well, again, I'm so glad that you were here with the Hive Society. And I'm so glad that I was able to support you in any of this. Do you have any questions? If you have a question, I'd be more than happy to answer that today. I know I'm getting out of time here because I want to stick with my less than 30 minutes for every one of these calls, right? But if you need more help in trying to figure out your pricing and when you might discount or give it away, then ask questions here in the Hive Society. And if you want to, reach out to me, be happy to, work with you, see if we're a great fit, and look forward to seeing you next week here at the Hive Society.